No pocket, no pocket, no pocket loiterers. No pocket, no pocket, no pocket loiterers.
Here we have our Havoc defense after a made basket. Daniel should be shading to the left, forcing to the right, coffin corner pass. If Sean was in position, he'd be able to step up, and Daniel slides over to finish off the trap. Jeff is the weak side help as he steps over. Instead, we have Sean having to step up to play the center. He should be in front of number 9 and shading to the right, but instead, the pass gets into the left coffin corner. This still works out fine if Jeff comes up hard and makes a good trap. Instead, Jeff steps up fairly weak, and Sean has to step up to guard, allowing the ball handler to dribble across the middle. Luckily, we get an errant pass, and we get the turnover anyways. The main takeaway here is to be in position and to trap hard. Here's an example of some good ball movement and spacing. We get the pass to Daniel, who penetrates. Poon moves over to the weak side block, and Davey floats to the corner. We get a good, quick swing pass that ends up to a wide open Poon. Number 17, who's a good leaper, is going to help over. If we get Daniel fronting his man, we may get a wide open layup. We want Davey to stay into the mid-range corner. The one thing that we want to do that we didn't do is stay available to the ball handler. If Jeff steps up, it creates a wide open passing lane for Poon and possibly a better shot than we get. If Jeff does step up, we need Sean to get ready to sprint back on the help defense in case of a fast break. So here we have almost perfectly ran Havoc defense. We've got Daniel shading the right, forcing the left pass, and we get the trap in the coffin corner. We also have Poon stepping up to make sure that his man doesn't get behind him, and Sean does the same thing. The one thing is Jeff ends up in the correct position, but since he isn't initially by anybody, if he is able to take a step back and take the over-the-head pass away to number 17, that'd be great. But once the first pass is made and the trap is made, Jeff is in the right position, and he makes a good trap on number 12. Daniel coming over to finish it off, and we almost get the turnover. I'd like to go directly into the next play where we're set up and everybody's in the correct position. From the first play, they seem to get frustrated, and he tries to bypass the entire defense and make a clearly covered pass to number 21. We get the push off, and we end up getting the turnover. That's good defense, guys. So something that I notice a lot of people do is dribble it in the corner, so I want to quickly go over that. We got Jeff passing it to Davey, and we need to quickly realize that this is a team that likes to trap, and they've got 4 guys focused in on the ball. If Jeff stays a little bit more available, we can have a quick swing pass around and possibly get an open shot. At that point, we have 3 guys who are open. Instead, here we got a turnover. This team likes to play a Miami Heat style of defense where they bring 2 defenders up to trap the ball handler. To negate this, we need our ball handlers to stay open on the perimeter. Once they get the ball, they need to immediately create pressure on the defense by driving. The strong side post player should step out into the mid-range corner, and there should be 3 passing lanes for the driver to kick, essentially causing a 4-on-3. Instead, we get Jeff driving over to the corner, which allows their 2 men to trap hard, and the only pass is over the top, which they get a steal, and if there's a steal at the top of the key, it usually ends up in a layup. Here we have an example of some bad Havoc defense. We've got Jeff taking the top, and Sean is in the left corner. He is sticking to their main ball handler and dribbler, and that's fine. Jeff should be shading to the left, causing the pass to be in the right coffin corner, and then having him and Lee trap him there, and Sean coming over for the help side defense. Instead, we get the pass to the left, but that's still a coffin corner, and it'd be fine if Jeff came over to trap with Sean and make a really hard trap. And of course, Lee would help defense. But instead, there's no trap, and the ball handler gets to dribble over to the right side of the court. This causes a bunch of 3 guys, and the Havoc defense is pretty much broken at this point. They end up passing it over and luckily getting a difficult shot. Here we have an example where we need to have our positions better on our setup. We've got Lee on the left side with their top ball handler. We need Jeff to shade to the opposite side of the top ball handler, which would be to the left, causing the right hand coffin corner pass. Sean needs to step back in order to allow Kevin to step up and guard number 1. This also forces his man to come into the coffin corner, allowing for a good hard trap there. Instead, we get the left hand coffin corner pass, and Jeff comes over to trap with Lee. Sean needs to step up a little harder, making the pass more difficult, and Kevin can step back. Once the press is broken, everybody needs to run back, which we do. And there you have another Slider Sessions with Slider McCoof. Hope you enjoyed.
Slider